And when we look at the challenge is that majority of the new HIV infections, actually around 75% of all the new HIV infections, are among younger people, younger adults, from the age of 34 going downwards. And that really presents a challenge. And if you go again and look at another cohort of where she's brought out the issue of especially girls 15 to 24, we get another proportion of around 42% of adult infection coming from that area. Because in our data, we know that sex workers are almost 5 times more likely to get HIV than people in the general population. And so in a nutshell, we've done well, but not good enough to celebrate. And that the fact that we have young people getting HIV is a challenge, because then what it means is that it's going to be very difficult for us to end this epidemic. We have people we are putting on treatment, but the numbers of new infections are outweighing the ones we are putting on treatment. It's the analogy of when you say you are actually mopping the floor when the tap is running. My perspective and that perspective of the council is that where we are at now, we have to do things different. And the question around the young people and their role in putting their voices or being heard of what actually they need. You cannot treat a young person today the way we treated a young person in the 1980s. So we cannot sit all of us and discuss what a young person needs if they are not on the table. So I think it is true that if we don't sit with her to hear her experiences, we don't sit with her to tell us what is the best way for us to address the challenges that she's currently going through, then all our interventions are going to be interventions that we think from a conference or from a boardroom. So I think there has to be a space for young people to sit with us, to be given the chance to have that agency to say these are the things that are required. And one of the elements that we must confront as a society is the politics around what education our children need about reproductive health, about the life skills they need, and even about sex education. I think the discussion has been focusing on, are they old enough, rather than what do they need at the age where they are. Because when we start saying, are they old enough to learn, then we miss the point of what they need, and that is why they need to be at the center of the discussion.